Arrays. Now, in our previous videos and lectures, we've talked about arrays lightly, but these videos will be taking you into the deep knowledge of arrays. Okay, so what is an array? An array is a special variable which can hold more than one value at a time. So an array is like a large container used for storing a lot of values at the same time. If you have a list of items, let's say a list of car names for example, storing the car in a single variable could look like this. You could have car 1, car 2, car 3, and we have a whole list of cars. Let's say you have like a student list for your whole school. Are you going to be using student 1, student 2, student 3? No. We can have an array which can store all the student name in one. So however, what if you want to look through the cars and find a specific one? What if you add not 3 cars but like 300 cars? The solution is to create an array. An array can hold many values under a single name and can be used to access the value by referring to an index number. We already done that in the previous videos. Now, we have various types of arrays. We have the indexed array, we have the associative array, and we have the multidimensional array. And you can get the length of an array by using the count function. If you have, look at this example, we have an array of 3 numbers, then we can echo the count of the cars and it's going to display the number of cars we have. You can try that out and see what it gives. Now, coming to the indexed array, there are 2 ways to create indexed array. The index can be assigned automatically, and an index always starts at 0. Like this, we have a car with an array of Volvo, BMW, and then Toyota, or we can write it to be assigned manually, like saying car 0, car 1, and car 2 is this. So for example, we have an array with Volvo, BMW. We say I like the array. We've talked about in the array, so I may not be going much into echoing it out since we've already seen it in the previous video. But for refresher, let's go to the text editor and do that. Alright, this is what it looks like. So we can go to our browser and see, oh sorry, I think we missed a car. Okay, we used a car here instead of cars. So we have to also be careful to not run into errors. Okay, so you say I like Volvo, BMW, and Toyota. So we can see that we've already done that before. This is just a refresher. Okay, so how do you look through an index array? Right, so we say to look through, we can use a for loop and we can use a for each loop. We showed you how to look through an array using the for each loop the last time, but let's use a for loop this time around. Now you have an array of numbers and you have a variable called the array length, which is to count the number of arrays that are there. So let's say for a large data set that you don't know how many numbers are there, so you can use that to count and display them out. So we have for x is equals to 0, the initial looping counter, and you have x less than the array length. We have what? To have a plus plus, so to increment it. So let's go ahead and see what this look like. So let's say I'm gonna comment this out. We have our array length, which is equals to count of cars. Now say for x equals to 0, x less than variable array length, show what echo let's go and make sure that is this echo cars of we can do it this way. We can echo this, see what we have, and that is it. You see, we already have it out, just like we had it in our for each loop last time. We can also, let me just to make sure this is clear to us, we can also say for each cars as val, say we should echo val as a break. Let me go ahead and echo this, count this out. We can have, see, I'm reloading and we're having the same thing, so which shows that we are still on track. So you can either use the for each loop, or you can either use a for loop, depending on which is more convenient for you, and also depending on what you hope to achieve. So an associative array. Associative arrays are arrays that use named keywords that they assign to them. There are two ways to create an associative array. You have one, having an age with a name, and you can do it this way and say if you have an array of a name Peter equals to 35. The named key can be used in a script. So if we have it this way, just like we have in the other previous example we did also, you can also use it in the same way, the function in the same way. If you can't find it, go back to the previous videos on arrays and check it out. Now, how do you look through an associative array? Just like you did through the normal array, you can also look through the associative array. And let's go and show you that example. Let's say we modify this, say equals to, let's say 10,000, that's in dollars. Okay, sorry, not equals, equals to 10,000 in dollars, equals to 2,000, and this equals to, let's say 10,000. Okay, all right. So we don't need this. We can come to the for each. So for each car as values, or let's say as price and values. All right, we can say echo out the value. Now what is this going to give us? Let's see. It's going to give us the prices, right? But we want them to display it in a more arbitrary way. So we say, let's say the price, or the price, yes, the price for, okay, so you can say the value for price is, so the value for Volvo is this, the value for BMW is this, and the value for Toyota is that. So that's how you export or you display an associative array. Okay, so we have multidimensional arrays. A multidimensional array is an array containing one or more arrays. PHP supports multidimensional arrays that are of 2, 3, 4 or more levels deep. However, arrays more than 3 levels deep are hard to manage for most people, and the dimension of an array indicates the number of indices you need to select an array. For a 2-dimensional array, you need 2 indices to select an array. For a 3-dimensional, you need 3. We can store data from the table above in a 2-dimensional array like this. We're having an array like this which shows the BMW and 2 other values stored. So for us to access it, to get access to the elements of the car arrays, we must point out the 2 indices, row and column, for the dimensions of the array. So to echo out a 2-dimensional array, we have this. Now the first indices shows the car, while the second indices, which is 0 and 1, shows the value here, and the second one shows this. So let's go ahead and see something like that. So now we have this array like this, and what this will do is it's going to echo out the first array in the multidimensional array. If we want to also allow it to echo the other ones, let's copy and paste this. We're going to do this. We're going to come down, make this 2. So now this is going to echo out all the other arrays. Let's go to our browser and reload. We have, oh sorry, I keep making the same mistake. Okay, let me just go ahead and turn this to car to save us the stress. Okay, and we have it this way. Oh sorry, I forgot to also add a break tag to this. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Say if you have a break tag, so always remember whenever you're making program to make it easy. So we have this Volvo car is stock 22, sold 28, and we have that list of them like that. So that is how to echo out a multidimensional array, that is an array in an array. Alright, so we can also loop through inside an array to get the elements of the array. So having the same array, we can use a for loop to loop out the rows and have a row number, and also make a list and echo out the other one. So I'm going to give you this as an assignment to try it out and see how it is, and get back to me whatever it is. If it didn't work, there'll be a video to explain this later on, but you can try it out and see how it works. Thank you. Now, sorting of arrays. How do you sort arrays? The elements in an array can be sorted in alphabetical or numerical order, descending or ascending order. I will go through the following types of PHP array sort functions. We have the sort. This sort array in ascending order. We have the R sort, sort in descending order. Assort, sort associative array in ascending order. K sort, sort associative arrays in ascending order depending or according to the key values given. AR sort, it sorts in descending order, and we have KR sort in descending order based by the key given. So we have sorting an array in ascending order, or the S sort. This is how we have an array, and we say should S sort the array. Then the C length gives the count of the length of the car. So if we say for each car starting from 0 to less than the length of the car, you should echo it out. So what do we have? This S sort is going to sort it by ascending order, which means it's going to start from BMW to Volvo to Toyota. Now we can also try this out in our text editor and echo it out in our browser and see what it gives us. If it doesn't work out, you reach out to us. So here is the code for how to sort it out in ascending order using the S sort value. So if you come to our browser, reload and see what we have. So it is sorted out in the value of the sorting. So ascending order. So you can go ahead and try other sorting methods and see what they also look like. Okay, we also have how to sort numbers. So using the same method, we can also sort our numbers out in ascending order. Also, for descending order, we have it, instead of using the R, the sort, we just use an R sort, and it also gives you the same value. and that can also be used on the number to sort them out also. So we have the R sort and the sort for ascending and descending order for both values of an array.